Someone's gotta give that piano guy a raise. Untitled Goose Game is one of the strangest yet most enjoyable puzzle games that I have ever played. For only $20, you can become a kleptomaniac goose who likes to wreak havoc on everyone nearby. When I first saw this game, I was very confused, but at the same time, I knew I had to try it. And thank God I did, because this game has brought me so much joy and has proven to be well worth the money. Untitled Goose Game is an addicting indie game that provides several laughs and virtually no issues. And after playing this game for the week, I have some things I want to say about it. I go by capture reviews, and these are my thoughts on Untitled Goose Game. And since this is a puzzle game, the spoilers will be kept to a bare minimum so I don't ruin the fun for you. In Untitled Goose Game, your adventure begins with you honking your way out of a bush. The game guides you through its very simple controls of running, honking, crouching, and spreading your wings, and picking things up. And from there, you commit trespassing and the game sends you out on your own to be as mischievous as possible. Right off the bat, I love how this game gives you the controls and lets you figure the rest out on your own. There's no linearity or hand-holding, which makes this a pleasantly challenging experience. The next thing you know, you're at a farmer's garden trying to ruin his day. Press the minus button to see your to-do list written in some beautiful cursive handwriting. This to-do list isn't just cleaning the house and doing the laundry, it's committing a slew of crimes against humanity. Steal stuff, ruin a garden, destroy some precious china, have a lovely picnic for one, fucking bully a kid. To advance to the next stage, you the goose need to complete these tasks and fuck up some people's days. I found that completing all but one or two of the items on the to-do list let me move forward, so if you're really stuck on a task, don't fret too much. To avoid spoilers and to not ruin how to solve these tasks, I won't go into detail on what they all are. But I will say that there are 4 areas to explore, each with several items on the to-do list and each with a plethora of people to piss off. Technically, there is a 5th stage that serves as a conclusion level of sorts, but again, I won't get into it for spoilers' sake. All of the areas are seamlessly connected, so you can use one area to solve a puzzle in the next one over. This allows you to get very creative on how you finish your to-do list, and it allows you to go back and finish a task you may have figured out after leaving an area. And if you flip the page in your notebook, you'll find secret bonus tasks that you can accomplish. These bad boys are usually unlocked after exploring around a bit and getting creative. There are no hints, so it's up to you to figure out the secrets this game has to offer. It is devilishly fun determining how you'll cause a ruckus as a goose. You can choose a run and gun style, or you can act more like Hitman and get crafty by using objects to distract the people you're about to fuck over. This game gives you a lot of freedom, so there aren't any right ways to cross something off your to-do list. No matter how you do it, as long as this rake takes a swim, it's a W for Team Goose. Fuck you, Old McDonald. These to-do list items can be very challenging at times, so once you figure out how to lock a kid in a phone booth after trying for 15 minutes, it is so satisfying. Should I feel bad about saying that? And that really sums up the gameplay of Untitled Goose Game. You'll be causing mayhem with every area you visit, and with how challenging the tasks are, the concept of this game honestly never gets old. The only issue I have with this game is the controls, because I feel like the hitboxes can be a little wonky, and getting bounced off of a human happens just a little too soon. But I completely get why it's there, because the game wants you to use some more strategy rather than trucking into a gardener for his keys. And on top of that, this is nowhere near a game-ruining experience, and it controls very well other than that. Visually, this game keeps with its strange indie game feel by using a very minimalist art style. The faceless characters and the lack of shadows instantly makes a weird first impression on you, which is a good thing because that's what the game aims to do. Simultaneously, the game sneaks in little details like the indicators for picking something up and the sound waves that are produced when honking or turning on a radio. This game has a lot of character to go with its lack of logic, and the visuals are a perfect complement to how strange this experience is. The music in this game gets a 10 out of 10 on its own. The main instrument that you'll hear is a wonderfully played piano. This piano was manipulated throughout the game by using my favorite feature in video games, adaptive sound. This means that the piano only appears when something important is happening. When you first enter a level, you'll be treated to a sample of that level's theme. And when action is occurring in the game, like getting chased by a human, the piano gets louder or faster based off of how intense it is. Along with this, the goose honks differently based off of what item you're holding, which is amazing. So, a bottle, for instance, makes that muffled, echoey sound that you'd expect to hear. The music shows up at just the right time to heighten the intensity of any given moment and is very memorable. It has such a sinister and devious sound that it makes you feel all the more evil while committing your crimes. So, is Untitled Goose Game worth buying? I can confidently say yes, this game is well worth the $20. Although there hasn't been any DLC and there's only 4-ish levels, those 4 levels will keep challenging you for a long time. I do wish there was just a couple more areas to explore, but for $20, this game is a great value. My only other complaint with this game is the controls, but that's something that's very easy to overlook. With this in mind, I give Untitled Goose Game a solid 8.5 out of 10. Everything it does to perfection, and this game is both challenging and entertaining enough to keep you around for a while. If it had more levels, it could easily be a 10, but for now it'll stay at an 8.5. But don't get me wrong, I had an absolute blast playing this game. Go pick up Untitled Goose Game because it'll definitely be worth your time. Just don't get caught stealing those carrots. Thank you so much for watching and listening to my thoughts on Untitled Goose Game. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.
Hmm?